Assalamu alaikum everyone. Talk of the day. Work hard, dream big, never give up. You never get anywhere without hard work. Work hard and dream big. Of course, there are so many shortcuts, but it's only through hard work and determination that you will be able to reach your goal. So, my today's advice to you all is always work hard. Today, we're going to study about transpiration. We can define transpiration as it is a loss of water from the aerial parts of the plants. As we have already discussed the structure of a plant consists of different parts like root, stem, leaves, flower. These are the main parts of the plant. So, leaves are the structure that are mostly responsible for transpiration. We can define transpiration is the process through which plants lose water in form of water vapors mainly through the leaves. So what is important here? It is to note down how water is transported. So transpiration is the process through which plants lose water. So the important thing is that we have to note it down that plants are going to lose water, and this water is lost by the plants as it is absorbed from the soil by the roots, so it is lost from the plants through its leaves in the form of water vapors. Here you can see how transpiration is happening. You can see the structure of a leaf. As we have already discussed the structure of a leaf, and we discussed that outermost part of the leaf contains epidermis, and that epidermis are the small cells that are meant for the protection. And we have discussed that epidermis also contains some specialized cells that are known as stomata. So stomata are basically the small openings that help in the loss of water and exchange of gases. How this transpiration is happening? Roots are going to absorb water from the soil, then this water will be transported through the aerial parts of the plant. For example, now it is moving through the stem and it will reach into the leaves. As leaves contain a huge number of stomata, so water is transported outside. Water is evaporated outside. What is meant by evaporation? Evaporation is the loss of water in the form of water vapors. So plants are going to lose water in the form of water vapors through its aerial parts, that is leaf. Here you can see how water is moving. This blue color arrow shows water. Water is present inside the soil. Roots are going to absorb water from the soil, and then this water is moving up through the stem and reaching to the all leaves. Here you can see how water is moving through the roots. Water is absorbed from the soil. You can see in the soil there are water particles present shown by the blue color. Then this water is taken up by the roots, and now this water is moving up inside the through the xylem towards the stem. Here you can see inside the stem, as xylem is present in the stem as well, water is moving upward and then it will reach into the leaves. And here you can see in the leaves, as leaves also contain vascular bundle, so water is moving through the veins and then it is transported outside through these openings, and these small openings are known as stomata. Here you can see the structure of the stomata. Whenever we are going to observe the structure of the leaf under a microscope, we will be able to see a structure like this, and this is known as stomata. Stomata are the small openings that are responsible for the exchange of gases and for the loss of water. We can define stomata as stomata are cell structures in the epidermis of leaves that are involved in the exchange of carbon dioxide and water between plants and the atmosphere. So, stomata are those structures of the cell present in the epidermis of the leaves, and they are involved in the loss of water between the plants and the atmosphere. So, it means that to study or to understand transpiration in detail, we must have an idea about the stomata. Here you can see the structure of the stomata. As we already discussed, stomata are the small openings, and these openings are guarded by the guard cells. What is meant by this? Here you can see two bean-shaped structures that are known as guard cells, and there is an opening in the center that is guarded by the guard cells, and guard cells can open and can close the stomata. Whenever these guard cells they are filled with water, they will be in their true shape, that is a bean shaped structure. So at this time when they are filled with water, the stomata will be open, and here as you can see there is a opening, so water can easily loss through the plant. Whenever there is low water inside the stomata, they will lose their water and they will become flaccid. What is meant by flaccid? Here you will see the opening between the guard cells is closed now. Why? Because these guard cells now they become D-shaped. As they do not maintain their shape, so the opening between them will close. Factors affecting rate of transpiration. As we have defined transpiration as it is a loss of water from the water aerial parts of the plants through the in the form of water vapors. Loss of water through the leaves in the form of water vapors is known as transpiration. The factors affecting transpiration are temperature, humidity, wind, time of the day. These are the four factors that affect the rate of transpiration. First of all, the temperature. If there is less temperature, the rate of transpiration will be low. If temperature increases, rate of transpiration also increases. Why? Because whenever there is an increase in the temperature, the kinetic energy of molecules will increase. What is meant by kinetic energy? The energy that is the moving energy of the molecules. So as we have already discussed in our unit number 1, whenever there is an increase in the kinetic energy, there will be an increase in the movement of the molecules. So at that time, water molecules will move faster and they are going to lose the surface more fastly. So whenever there is low temperature, the rate of transpiration will be low. Whenever there is an increase in the temperature, the rate of transpiration will increase. Second factor that affect the rate of transpiration is humidity. We can define humidity as increase the moisture content of the air. So how much air is present in the how much water is present in the air is known as humidity. The moisture content of the air is known as humidity. You have experienced that sometimes we say yes it's wind, but it's feeling wet, and sometimes it happens that we say it's a dry air. So what is meant by humidity? The moisture content, the water content in the air is known as humidity. So whenever there is more humidity, it will decrease the transpiration. It means that humidity and transpiration, these are inversely proportional. Whenever there is more humidity, there will be less transpiration. Whenever there will be less humidity, there will be more transpiration. Why? Because whenever the air is humid, whenever there is more water present in the air, then that air needs less water. So plants are living in the atmosphere, they are present in that environment. Whenever they will feel the environment in which they are transpiring, it already contains much moisture. So it will so the rate of transpiration will automatically decrease. So humid air is less able to accept more water molecules by evaporation. That is the reason the transpiration will be low whenever the air will be more humid. Third factor that affect the rate of transpiration is wind. We can define wind as the moving air is known as wind. Wind blows water vapors away from the stroma, keeping the concentration gradient high. Whenever there will be moving air, due to that air, the water vapors present near the that plant, they will move away. So if basically what is important to note down is that in our nature, in our environment, in our daily life, things tend to be at equilibrium, they tend to balance. Whenever a plant is present in an environment and in the atmosphere, there is less due to the wind, the water vapors are moved away, so the rate of transpiration will increase. Why the rate of transpiration will increase? Because water vapors will move will leave the plant surface to fill that atmosphere that is now devoid, or that is now having less amount of water inside it. Another factor that affects transpiration is light intensity. Early at the day, early in the daytime, there is less transpiration, whereas it becomes higher, the day reaches at its peak, and you will see that there is high amount of light. So light causes stoma to open. Why does stoma? Why? Because of this factor, light. So whenever there is more light intensity, the rate of transpiration will be high. Why? Because due to light, stomata will get open. As you already know, stomata is a plural, singular is known as stoma, and these are the pores in a leaf, mostly on the undersurface. There are more stomata present on the lower surface of the leaf. Why? Only because to stop the rate of transpiration, to check the rate of transpiration. Just imagine for a while that what plants are going to absorb water all the day long, and they are going to use only 1% of their absorbed water. About 99% of the absorbed water is lost into the atmosphere. And this is a phenomena, like you can say, we mostly call it transpiration as transpiration is a necessary evil. You know what is meant by evil? Transpiration is necessary for the plants. Why? Because they are very tall, and this is transpiration is the only way how water is reaching up to the height. Otherwise it will become impossible for plants to reach water to the heights. For example, in our own homes, we have motor, we use motor to reach water up to our roof or anything, to our water tanks. So same is the case with the plants. Plants don't have any electric motor there, but the process gifted to the plants by the Allah Ta'ala is that plants are having a process that is known as transpiration. Although it is a evil for the plants. Why? Because plants are absorbing water all the day long, and they can only use 1%, and about 99% of the water is lost through the leaves. But this is the only process by which water is reached from the soil to the 100 meters tall tree. So here you can see the structure. It is just a recap that each pore is surrounded by a pair that is known as guard cells. Here you can see it's open. Why? Because guard cells can change shape to open and close the stomata. Here you can see the shape of the guard cells. They are bean shaped. They're having a bean shaped structure. So here you can see the stomata are open, but here whenever you see over here in the guard cells, here you can see the stomata are closed. Why? Because stomata have lost their water. Now the important thing to note down, transpiration stream. I think so this is very important for you all to clear your concept about the transpiration stream. What is meant by transpiration stream? For example, if you are drinking juice with a straw, so whenever you are going to take a sip, that taking a sip is basically a source for the water to move upward. So, as a plant loses water by transpiration, more water is pulled up in the xylem tubes to replace it. The important point to note down is that whenever you are going to take a sip, for example, if you're drinking a juice and you're going to take a sip from your straw, that taking a sip is a force that will drive more juice from your juice box into the straw. So same is the case in case of transpiration. Here you can see if these all cells are already filled with water, they're not going to absorb more water. Why they will absorb more water? Only in the case whenever the water in the leaf cells is lost by the transpiration through the stoma. Whenever this water will be lost, whenever the cells are going to lose the water, these cells will get empty. They need water. So water present in these xylem cells will move into here. Same is the case when these xylem cells will get empty, the water from the lower cells will reach into the xylem cells and it will reach up to here. For example, if this cell will lose its water and will give its water to the next cell, it will be having no water in it, so water from this cell will move into here. So this is the case how whenever these cells at the start, at the base, they're going to lose water, they're going to give their water to the neighboring cells. No, the more water will be absorbed from the soil, and in this case you will see the water is transported throughout the plant cells. The importance of transpiration is only that this is the only force that drive waters throughout the plant cells. There is no other method in the plants by which water can be transported to the all cells. And as it is written in the Qur'an Pak, that we have created every living thing with water. So mostly all our cells, they are present in the aqueous medium. All our reactions, they occur in the aqueous medium. They occur in the presence of water. So plant need water. How this water is moving to the stem, to the buds, to the flower, to the all cells of the leaf, whenever because it's because of transpiration, whenever the water will reach into these cells will perform their functions by using water, and then they are going to lose some of the water, and the whole day long the water will be again and again reaching into the cells, and these cells will be performing the process of the and these cells will be performing their important functions. So here I am going to read all these points so that it will become clear what is meant by transpiration stream. Transpiration stream is just like a pulling force. like matlab, you can say कि whenever these cells are going to lose water, the water will move from this to this, from this to this, and this is the transpiration stream. That there is a continuous film of water, there is a continuous flow of water. It's just like the water molecules are not like they're not joined together, but whenever you are going to drop water from a water bottle, you will see this water is coming like they are joined with each other. Why? Because they are having a force of attraction between them. So what is meant by transpiration steam? That whenever some of the water is going to lost from the top, more water will get enter from the other, and it is what the whole water will be pulled like a stream. The whole water will be pulled like a stream, so that is known as water transpiration stream. Number one, water enters root hairs from the surface of the soil particles, so water will enter over here. Number two, water moves from cell to cell by osmosis. As we already know that the movement of water occurs by means of osmosis, and it will move from one cell to the other. Number three, here you can see water is pushed into and up the xylem tubes by pressure. Because of the pressure, the water will be moving upward in the upward direction in the stem. Number four, water is pulled up to the xylem tubes. Here you can see water is moving into the xylem tubes. Number five, water evaporates from leaf cells into the air spaces. So from leaves, it will enter into the air spaces. Here are the spaces between the leaves. You already discussed the structure of the leaf, and the leaf contains some spaces between them. And whenever the water will move into these spaces, there are the opening, water will be lost toward the outside. Water vapor passes out of the leaf through open stomata. As soon as the water is lost, so it means that there is a sucking force that is going to pull the whole water. It's like a pulling force, that water will be pulled from the soil all the way to the stomata. This is known as transpiration stream. And root hairs increase the surface area of the roots, so the more water can be taken in. This flow of water in the xylem from roots to leaves is called transpiration stream. What is meant by transpiration stream? Flow of water in the xylem from roots to leaves. What is flowing in a like a continuous film, that is known as transpiration stream. This is your homework. What is transpiration? I think you all will be able to answer this. What are stomata? These are the tiny openings inside the leaves, and they help in the exchange of gases and transport of or transpiration of water. Describe how guard cells change the shape of the stomata. List four things that affect the rate of transpiration. Explain why a pot plant will soon start to wilt when it is kept on a sunny window sill. Why a pot plant is going to wilt? Only because of the transpiration. Whenever there is more light intensity, the rate of transpiration will be high. Whenever more water will be lost and less water will be absorbed from the soil, so the plants are going to wilt. Why? Because all the plants they will be having their shape whenever they are filled with the water, and they are become flaccid whenever they are going to lose water. So do your homework and submit it to me by tomorrow. Thank you.